Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a GameReplays.org Heroes of New Earth cast. Today we have Group D of the GosuGamers and Steel Series tournament, I guess, 40,000 World Cup. That's a lot of money, 40,000, yeah. But this is Group D. We have on our left Cats and on our right unZ with starring Revi, part of the GameReplays.org strategy specialist team. And speaking of strategy specialists, today with me on the microphone, LukDeRiff will be joining me as I am the Four Court Jester, but you all knew that, didn't you? How you doing, Luke?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm expecting a great game here from unZ. Always looking forward to that. And yeah, big props to GosuGamers for organizing this huge tournament. I saw some games, and all of those games were pretty awesome. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
I hear we have an epic Sandraith with Doombringer sometime soon. Dun dun dun. Is that right?
Oh, we got tons of Doombringers flying all over the place.
Okay, fair enough. Anyways, look forward to that in the future, but let's go over this as these guys are really picking really quick. I do notice, though, in the text, Kraken is auto-banned. This was played this version, 1.0.14, with the new works to that Krakens, but they auto-banned him for this game. Good on them. Take it away with the ban, sir.
Okay, we have Andromeda, Engineer, Thunderbringer, Flint Beastwood, Dr. Repulsor, and Hellbringer. Nothing out of the ordinary, apart from, again, Devourer not being banned, which is pretty interesting, and he's not picked yet, but it seems that he, runs out of fashion as a ban. Pretty interesting is that Engineer, even though he received that very big nerf, is still banned, which I kind of understand because he's just great. I just love him, and I still think that he's a very strong hero. Other than that, Hellbringer, he wasn't, people didn't think of him being ban worthy for a while now, but I think, he's a very strong support hero, so that makes a lot of sense. Nothing crazy, nothing really unusual here.
Nothing crazy, nothing unusual. I think this is the fourth game in a row I've seen in the last 2 days with Engineer banned as well as Dr. Repulsor banned. So these are definitely big-time heroes with a lot of responsibility and big names just do not want to see them in action. So they're out of the picture. Flint Beastwood joining them. I know he's a big DPS. He is kind of squishy though, very easily counterable. So I don't know, variable ban. Andromeda gone. I guess people don't really like the tri-lane. But that being said, I do kind of see tri-lane setting up here on both sides. Looking at Glacius Slither with that Forsaken Archer. I know Forsaken Archer is a great pickup for Revi. I do believe that is his favorite hero, but now he has to face that. So what is he going to play instead with that Voodoo Jester Witch Slayer backing him up?
Pebbles, Revi really likes. If you look at his percentage, I think that Pebbles is his most played hero,
Nope.
and he plays a very, very good play. Well,
Forsaken Archer.
second most played hero. He plays, yeah, but he plays a lot of Pebbles, and he's a very, very good Pebbles. But we see Predator. How long? Like, long time no see, Predator. We haven't seen a Predator in competitive play for a very long time now. I'm glad to see him back. He's going to work in that trial lane, evolving around the Witch Slayer and Voodoo Jester with Pebbles going for the solo mid and Wretched Hag in the hard solo. That's what I assume, but it seems that teams are proving me wrong all the time, so
Ooh, Devourer.
yeah.
Haven't seen Devourer in a bit.
Okay, well,
But yeah. No, sorry, keep going.
yeah, no, another Devourer. Hopefully he does a great job and just, shows why Devourer is banned all the time normally.
Alright, so what are we looking at here for lanes? Let's check out the Hellborn first. Obviously, Witch Slayer, Voodoo Jester, great pickups for a tri-lane. Would that be a Predator there with a Wretched Hag in the hard lane with the Pebbles in the mid, you think?
Yeah, that's what I stated, and that's what I think would work the best. Yeah, that's what I really do think. They could run like Voodoo Jester babysitting Predator, and then you have Witch Slayer with Pebbles in a lane, which is kind of a strong lane, and have Wretched Hag as a solo. But much more interesting, I find the Legion lanes because I'm not entirely sure how that is going to work out because you have Devourer who you really want to run in a solo, and you have Soul Stealer who you normally really want to run in a solo. So how are they going to work their lanes out? And luckily, the teams are going to pause, and we can elaborate on that for ever now. No.
Forever.
Anyways, yeah. What they could do is they could run a Soul Stealer Glacius lane, and then run a Devourer and not a Devourer. Yeah, run a Devourer Slither lane or a Devourer, and they got like tons of options actually, and I'm gonna be interested how they really work it out. Um, Cats, I just not sure just yet. I'm really not.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate here and go with a 2-2-1. If you throw the Soul Stealer mid, I mean, he's definitely a mid hero. You don't really want to pair him up with anyone simply because you want that nuking power as soon as you can. That would put Forsaken Archer with perhaps a Glacius. That would put a slow with a slow. That would be the Slither and the Devourer together. And those really aren't too bad of lanes. I mean, you could easily swap out support to each carry, but I really have to be surprised if they do not put Soul Stealer mid. I would be very surprised.
Yeah, what I've seen it been done is becoming that that Glacius and Soul Stealer lane obviously, but you need to play super aggressive, so you can't put that up against a trial lane, which you really don't want to do because they're both super squishy, and then they're gonna, they're gonna just be feeding. Yeah, that's why I'm not sure how I would do it. Um, you could also run a trial lane, but who are you gonna send in the hard solo? Because Soul Stealer can't deal with it. Forsaken, uh, I'm not bought on that one. You really want Forsaken in the trial lane, and then you have Devour, who is not that great either. So great miracle and mystical how cats are gonna work their lanes out.
Well,
I'm I'm
I'd like
really
to see how they work their lanes out if this pause would ever end. I mean, I like pauses
but we all
as much as the next guy, but come on.
we all love pauses. Pauses right at the beginning of the game are the most awesome thing ever because like nothing happened, so you got like so much to talk about.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
nah.
I was like, I think we've talked about really everything.
Everything.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw unZ. They've been taking on KD lately, either in scrims or in tournaments. We have quite a few event casts of them up on the game replays shoutcasting section. Those are all being done through Holy for the Win. And event casting is really the complete opposite of what Luke and I are doing right here, which is commentating. It's you're listening to the teams as you're playing the game, and you're kind of understanding their thought processes, how they react, what they talk about. And, sometimes they're very entertaining. Like MSI has some legendary event casting out there where, they just insult each other, they play games, they don't talk at all about the game, and then they proceed to pwn face. You've seen some of those, right?
Yeah, yeah. The old MSI win cuts are pretty funny. They are, but that was when Ducky and K is just, let's say he does like to, get emotional. He's really funny in Vancast, and you have Ducky who's got like a really extremely deep voice, and it's really funny to listen to those Vancasts. So definitely recommend them. But I think that a lot of people are gonna know about them because they're just simply awesome. And more poses, yeah, poses are awesome.
All right, so
Uh,
big shoutouts here now going out to Ventcasting, Holy for the Win, and Team MSI. So I did a topic of fluff, you do a topic of fluff.
well, we're gonna do the topic of fluff lanes. This is odd,
Fine.
and okay, I see what they're trying to do is they're gonna do this, but I just don't get it
Well, okay,
to
let's
the
start
whole.
talking about thought processes here.
Yeah, no, the point is, okay, you see Forsaken Archer and Glacius going down bottom here, okay? They know that they're gonna facing off the solo, so they're gonna try and pressurize that solo so hard that unZ have to move one out of their tri-lane supporters into the solo to help out the solo. Okay, that's a lot of solos. Anyway, um, yeah, and then you have like Devour and Slither mid. I'm not sure. Okay, they're gonna run. Okay,
I'm still pretty sure
super
Soulsteer is going to
confused.
go mid, Devourer Slither will go top.
I Oh, Where's Soul Stealer going? That doesn't look like
No, it
mid.
doesn't, does it?
So they, so it does. Okay, so that is gonna be they're gonna run that Devour Slither lane, which is actually pretty powerful in mid, and there we see the unZ adapting to that pretty well, or even they planned it out themselves with the pebbles and Whistler lane, dual stun lane, pretty powerful, quite a bit of burst potential. The hex from Witchslayer is gonna help. The miniaturize from Witchslayer gonna help out quite a bit as well. And we have Soulsteer in his favorable solo lane at top.
I would like to point out that my 2-1-2 prediction did come true, even if the lanes were a little wonky. Kind of.
This is 2-1. You actually call that, man. With two in a strong like solo, you shut down mid lane with 2 heroes, and then you have like 1 dual lane at the sides and then 1 solo. That's how I call it at least. Well, whatever.
It's all good. So yeah, we do have the lanes now squaring off, and we do have the double slow in the mid. We do have that Glacius and the Forsaken Archer bottom. Usually, however, when you don't want to go a tri-lane, whoever's going to go bottom has to buy some wards, and we don't see those wards. So we have this free creep camp right here for Team Cats. And, I mean, conversely, up top, you do see Soulsteer. He put down those wards to deny the creep expansion experience and all that. As I say, all this Voodoo Jester going down to the combo, but I don't think Glacius is going to be able to get out of that. He actually will get out of that. That's amazing. One more shot there, Nishka, or Nishki, or Nishkia, or whatever your name is. But this could be bad for him. Who went down mid? Pebbles went down mid. Devour's going to get out, but that Witchslayer will not. Down goes that Predator for a quick 4-0 lead. Why is there a pause? Who knows? But quick 4-0 lead here for Cats over unZ. That was kind of unexpected.
That was intense.
That was both center and bottom lanes all being taken out, almost, one after another, as if it was planned, like dominoes.
Oh yeah, they have like the secret master plan. No, I understand why Predator didn't go for the kill on Glacius, because he knew, that he would die eventually, and this early on you don't want to stay out of lane by any means, and killing Glacius, I'm not sure whether that would have been worth, the time that you're out of lane, and then you would have to buy a Homecoming Stone to get back quickly into lane. So he tried to juke him, which didn't work out, especially with Forsaken Archer being extremely powerful in the early game with the skeletons, which deal quite a lot of damage, and those crippling volley. So yeah, I understand the full process that Predator had. It just didn't work out.
Well, I didn't really see Predator being able to survive that anyways, because he was trying to juke, sure, but it's still a 2-on-1. They both have area of effect reveals in their arsenal, the crippling volley and the Tundra Blast. So why not go for the kill if you're going to die anyways? It could have been 4-1 by now instead. But nah. I know your thought process is probably the one that happened, and obviously the players aren't spectator gods like we are, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Quick 4-0 lead for Cats, taking that quick advantage. Soulsteer now on the run a little bit. He has his bottle all set up. That'll come in very handy against his Hague, who looks like that Mark of the Novus going for a quick Chalice as quick as she can. And that was really, that's more of a standard pickup these days with Wretched Hague, even in its nerfed form.
Yeah, it's still a very viable item, and I really like that it is in the game, because it gives some heroes that normally wouldn't see any time of play, really, especially those strength heroes, a much easier time. And yeah, it is great that it is there, and I think Pebble's gonna pick up one sure enough. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting how that Soulsteer can fare against that Wretched Hag at top. It's pretty good that he's got a Glacius on his team, but because without rune control, Soulsteer really needs some extra source of mana, and the aura from Glacius is gonna help him out a lot. And who goes down? Witchslayer goes down once again.
Yep, extending now to a 5-0 lead for Cats. Devourer, Hook, and I do believe, the poison spray from Slither was able to combo him down. Witchslayer is kind of a squishy hero to start off with. 587 hit points even after 4 tokens. And, especially with a distance closer like Devourer, and then throw in the double slow of the decay and the poison spray, it's very unlikely you're going to get away, especially with a health pool that low.